Also want to thank the Englishes for letting supply their beautiful home. What a great evening. Enjoyed listening to our local Milton band called Rye. I got to tell a real quick funny story about the Englishes. Over the last couple of years, I've had the pleasure of getting to know Paul's mom and dad. And it was probably about 6 months ago, I was driving down Mayfield Road, and I know most of you have had that awful feeling when you see something come running across. A dog ran across in front of my car, and there's that awful noise when you hit it, and the dog came under, my car drove all the way over it, and he went in the ditch, and I pulled over. I felt really bad, so I got out and I tried to save the dog. And he was laying in the ditch, and I couldn't get him up. And so I figured it was Mr. English's, Paul's dad's dog. So I walked over there and I knocked on the door. And he came to the door and I said, "Mr. English, it's Joe Lockwood." I said, "I'm afraid I've hit your dog." So, you know, number one, picture this. You got the mayor knocking at your door. "Honey, who's there?" "Oh, it's the mayor." Number two, he just ran over our dog. So anyways, we walked out there to check on the dog, and by that time, fortunately, the dog had gotten up and started to kind of hobble over towards the house. And as we talked, he seemed to be getting better and better. And Mr. English just said, "Oh, well, you know, that'll teach him a lesson." So anyways, I was still worried about him, so I actually called Paul, and I told him what happened, and I said, maybe later you might want to come by and check on the dog, make sure he didn't have any bruising or internal injuries, and check on him tomorrow. And he said he would. And so about an hour later, I was somewhere, and I was so shaken up by it, I didn't realize, but the whole front of my car was, the bumper and the dam was kind of torn off the front. So I thought, well, I'll ride back by the house and see if I can get some of the pieces of it in case that'll help fix it. So I guess the dog did learn the lesson, because I pulled up in the English's driveway, and I saw the dog sitting there. And as soon as he saw my black car, that dog took off running. So, anyways, I am proud to be here tonight supporting Tina D'Aversa for re-election. And I feel like for everybody here, you supporting Tina is also supporting the city of Milton. So, for me, I really appreciate that. And just to let you know, I've been working with Tina now about 3 years, and probably something that sticks in my mind more than anything, during the original campaign about 3 years ago when I was running for mayor, I didn't really know Tina, and it was the day of the election, and I walked up and I saw her, and she had her car there, and she had magnets and t-shirts and balloons and was waving flags supporting my opponent. And of course that didn't bother me because Tina didn't know me. So I walked up and started talking to Tina. We had a nice little conversation. And I said, "Good luck." And as I was walking away, she said, "Hey." And I turned around and she said, "The reason I'm supporting your opponent is because I know your opponent, and I've worked with him." And she said, "I don't know you." And I said, "You know, I greatly respect that. And again, good luck." As I started to walk away, she said, "Hey," she said, "let me tell you this. If you get elected, I'll be supporting you, and you'll be the mayor, and I'm going to support you." And I walked away, and I thought that was nice. Well, the next day after the election, I got a phone call from Tina, and she said, "Hey, Mayor, let's go. I got your back. Let's get to work." And that's just the kind of person that Tina is. She gives everything to the city, her family, her community, her church. It's amazing what she does. But you guys should be proud to have Tina representing you on City Council, and I know I'm glad to have her out here. Thanks, Tina.